Sis, let's go ahead and kill this myth once and for all. PCOS does not mean your eggs are bad. What it does mean is that your body is not letting those eggs finish maturing and actually release. That's a big difference. But I get it. When every doctor appointment ends with, you're getting older, or you should start thinking about IVF soon, it's hard not to panic. You keep watching the calendar like a clock down clock. Every birthday feels heavier. Every month without ovulation feels like proof that maybe you waited too long. But here's what you need to hear: your eggs aren't broken. The system you've been given is. You were handed a one size fits all plan that was never designed for women with PCOS. And that's why in this episode, I'm breaking down what actually impacts egg quality and how my clients improve without meds, extreme diets, or without spending another year guessing. Because this isn't about age, it's about access. And once your body has the safety and support it needs, those eggs know exactly what to do. Let's be real for a second. The phase bad eggs hits differently when it's aimed at you. You sit there in that cold exam room, half listening while your doctor flips through the labs and says, well, your eggs might not be the best quality. And suddenly you're spiraling. You go home, open your phone, and it's like the universe is mocking you. Baby showers, gender reveals, and pregnancy announcements everywhere. You start thinking, did I wait too long? Did I ruin my chances? Maybe IVF is the only way. And the wild part, half the time your labs look fine. You're told everything is normal. But deep down inside, you know something's off because your body isn't doing what it's supposed to do. One of my clients came to me after her fertility doctor told her flat out, your eggs are bad. You'll need a donor if you want a baby. She was 33, healthy, doing everything right. She called me crying, saying, I don't understand how my body failed me this fast. But it wasn't her eggs that failed her. It was a system that never taught her how PCOS actually affects maturation, not quality. And that's what I want you to understand. The fear of bad eggs isn't your truth. It's a story you've been told when no one bothered to explain the real one. Here's what your doctor probably never explained. Yes, egg quantity goes down with eggs. That's biology. But quality? That's about your environment, your hormones, your stress, your inflammation, and your blood sugar. And this is where PCOS flips the script. Because PCOS doesn't mean your eggs are bad. It means your ovulation is inconsistent, so your eggs don't always get the chance to mature and release. Think of it like this: it's not that the dough is bad, it's that the oven keeps getting turned on halfway. You've got perfectly good ingredients, but your body never gets to finish the recipe. So instead of making a bad batch, your body is just stuck in prep mode. And until we fix what's interrupting the process, the stress, the blood sugar swings, the survival mode, your oven's never gonna stay on long enough to do its job. When I tell my clients this, it's like watching a weight lift off their shoulders because for the first time they realize that their eggs aren't broken. Their bodies just haven't felt safe enough to finish the process. And that shift right there, that's when healing and real fertility actually starts. Here's the part that's going to sting a little bit. Your doctor probably did leave something out, and it's not because they don't care. Most doctors genuinely want to help. But the truth is, the system they work in was never meant to teach women how to understand their bodies, only how to manage them. Medicine loves a quick label and a quicker prescription. And when it comes to PCOS, the default story is simple. If you're not getting pregnant, your eggs must be bad. That's a story that keeps the IVF industry thriving. Because if you can't conceive, you and your eggs are broken. You believe that that's your only option to hand over $20,000 and hope for a miracle in a lab. But here's the part that gets me fired up. PCOS isn't an egg quality issue. It's an ovulation issue. You don't have bad eggs. You have eggs that never got the chance to finish maturing because your hormones, your stress, and your lifestyle are all signaling your body that it's not safe to release one. And when you go to your doctor, they're not trained to ask, hey, how's your sleep? How often do you eat? How's your stress, your workload, your nervous system? They're trained to say, here's birth control or here's an IVF referral. That's not medicine, that's management. And I remember the first time I realized that for myself. After I lost my pregnancy at 6 months pregnant and I begged my doctors for answers. She looked me dead in the eyes and said, sometimes these things just happen. That's it. No plan, no curiosity, just a shrug. I remember walking out of that office thinking, how is this standard of care? And you know what I've been seeing again and again? My clients coming to me saying the same thing. I was told everything looked normal, but I can't get pregnant. That's the medical gaslighting women with PCOS live through every single day. Because what they really mean when they say everything looks normal is we never learned how to decode PCOS beyond the surface level. So if you ever felt like your doctor was skipping steps, you're not crazy. They did. They skipped the root, the hormones, the nervous system, the lifestyle triggers. They skipped you. And that's why I'm here. Because you deserve more than a quick presentation and a pat on the back. You deserve to understand how your body works, why it's been protecting you, and how to help it finally feel safe enough to do what it was designed to do. And that's when everything changes, when you stop outsourcing your hope and start rebuilding your trust. And here's the part that changes everything. Your eggs don't need to be fixed. Your environment does. Because when your environment's off, your body can't do what it was designed to do, even if your labs look fine. Let's break this down in plain language. When your insulin's all over the place, your body can't get the energy signals it needs to mature an egg. Insulin resistance isn't just about sugar, it's a signal problem. Your body's trying to send the message, hey girl, it's time to release an egg. But your ovaries can't hear it clearly. It's static on the line. Then add the stress on top of that, the work deadlines, the people pleasing, the nonstop doing. And your body's living in survival mode. It's not worried about ovulation. It's thinking, we're in danger. Protect her first. So it shuts down your reproductive system to keep you alive. And then there's inflammation. All of that hidden pressure in the background, it's like the air quality in your body. You might not see it, but if it's bad, nothing can thrive. Not your hormones, not your eggs, not your energy. And now here's the good news. When you start shifting those things, balancing your insulin, regulating stress, lowering inflammation, your eggs respond fast. I've seen it over and over again. Women who were told they just have bad eggs come back months later with 31-day cycles, confirm ovulation, and pregnancies that held full term. Because it was never their eggs. It was the environment that those eggs were trying to survive in. Your body's not fighting you. It's waiting for safety. And once it feels that safety, it gets right back to doing what it was always capable of, creating life. Let me give you some proof because I know how easy it is to hear all of this and think, yeah, but that won't work for me. Client number one came to me after she had been told she had bad eggs. She had already done 2 failed rounds of IVF. She spent over $30,000 and was emotionally done. Her doctor told her, you might want to look into egg donors. But when we ran through my MapQuest ovulation process, it was clear her body wasn't broken, it was just overwhelmed. We focused on blood sugar stability, nervous system safety, and true ovulation mapping. By day 45, she ovulated on her own. By month 4, she was pregnant naturally. No meds, no lab coats, just a body that felt safe enough to finally say yes. And there was another client. Her cycles were all over the place, sometimes 60 days, sometimes 90. She kept getting positive LH strips, but no confirmed ovulation. She told me, Tiana, I'm losing faith. I'm doing everything right. But what we found was that her stress was through the roof. Her meals were skipping protein, her sleep was chaos, and her body had been running on fumes for years. So we made small real life changes. We started eating breakfast again, added a short walk after dinner, started winding down with breathing exercise instead of doom scrolling. And within 8 weeks, we confirmed ovulation. 2 cycles later, we were pregnant. And none of these were miracles. They were biology responding to the right conditions. Because when you stop fighting your body and start creating safety, your hormones don't need to be forced. They remember what to do. And that's the part that your doctor can't explain. They call it luck, but we know better. That's what happened when your environment finally supports your biology. So let's talk about how we do this, because it's not magic, it's method. There's a framework behind every success story I share. And it's built on 3 core systems that work together to help your body finally say yes to release an egg and ovulate. First is safety rewire. Before we even talk about food or supplements, we need to start with your nervous system. Because if your body doesn't feel safe, it's not about to release an egg. We get you out of survival mode so that your hormones stop seeing stress as a threat. This might mean regulating your mornings, creating calm in your evenings, or rebuilding your trust with food so that your body knows it's not starving anymore. This step literally flips the switch from protect to create. Next is my MapQuest ovulation. This is where we stop guessing and start tracking what's real. No more relying on apps built for textbook cycles. We look at your true fertility cues, your cervical mucus, your temperature shifts, your stress patterns to map exactly where your body is in your cycle. Because when you read your body's map, you stop feeling so lost. And finally, pregnancy prep in real life. This is where we make it sustainable. Real food, real rest, real results. We're not cutting carbs or chasing perfection. We're teaching your body how to stay steady so that your eggs can mature in a calm, nutrient rich environment. Because egg quality doesn't come from punishment, it comes from peace. This isn't about doing everything right, it's about giving your eggs a signal they've been waiting for. It's safe to mature, it's safe to release, it's safe to stay. And that's the message your body's been craving. And when it finally hears it, that's when you get your yes. So here's the real talk. You can keep believing that your eggs are bad, keep spiraling on Google, spending thousands on IVF, and carrying that grief every month after another test turns negative. Or you can shift your environment. You can make your body a place where the egg feels safe enough to release an egg, to mature, and to stay. Because it was never about broken eggs. It was about a body that needed safety before strategy. So when you're done blaming your eggs and ready to fix the root cause for good, go to my Instagram and comment baby ready. Or go to a link in my podcast show notes and apply to from PCOS to pregnancy. Because sis, your eggs are not broken. They're just waiting on you.